Good morning, Super Sparkly Sapphires. On Thursdays, I'm going to be doing agenda in my house because it's cold outside in the mornings. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. Today is the 126th day of school. How do we write 126? 100, 2 tens, and 6 ones. 126. 100, 110, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126. On Thursdays, we count quarters. They're the biggest ones. Do you remember what a quarter is worth? I hope you said 25 cents. So if you have quarters, you count by 25s. On Thursdays, we will use the number wall to do addition. So if I have the addition sentence 5 plus 3, I can start on 5 and take 3 hops forward. 1, 2, 3. The sum is 8. Now let's get a little trickier. What if I'm on 9 and I want to add 7? I can write 9 plus 7 and start at 9. And if I'm adding 7, how many hops would I take? I hope you said 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The sum is 16. Maybe you were thinking that 9 is just 1 less than 10. So if you took 1 from 7 and put it with the 9 to make a 10, it would be the same as 10 plus 6, which of course is also 16. Now let's add some double-digit numbers. So what if I start on 15? And I'm going to add 14. You know that to add 10, you go down 1 box. So if I'm adding 14, I can add 10 by going down, and then I would have to add 4 more to make 14 more. So here I am at 15, and I'm going to add 14 more. Here's 10 more, 11 more, 12 more, 13 more, 14 more. So the sum is 29. Let's do one more. Let's make it a little trickier. Let's start on 23 and add 16. So if I'm here at 23, I want to add 16. First I have to add 10 and then 6 more. So here's 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's 39. 25, 50, 75, 100. Let's do that one more time. 25, 50, 75, 100. There's your dollar. Today for Things with Wings, we have a really funny story about a fly. This story is called The Jazz Fly by Matthew Golub. Illustrated by Karen Hank. Zzz, zzz. A fly buzzed by. It was late in the day and he was lost. So he flew to a frog that was sitting on a log, and he asked the frog which way to town. Zaba-zaboo, zaba-zee, za-roni. The frog didn't get the way the jazz fly talked. Ribbit, the frog answered. Ribbit, ribbit. The fly flew zzz to a hog on a log. He stayed clear of the mud to keep his black tux clean, and asked the hog which way to town. Zaba-zaboo, zaba-zee, za-roni. Oink, the hog answered. Oink, oink. The fly saw a donkey short and gray, so he flew zzz to ask him the way. Zaba-zaboo, zaba-zee, za-roni. The donkey just began to bray. Hee-haw, hee-haw. At last the fly flew to a furry dog. One more time he asked, Zaba-zaboo, zaba-zee, za-roni. Ruff, 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 the dog answered. She pointed her nose to say, go that way. The jazz fly flew past weeds and clover till he reached a street that was paved all over. He leaned left down the alley, right through the door. He saw fancy waiters creeping all across the floor. Beetles and maggots had come to hear the show. They were dining with the locusts by the firefly's glow. The band was looking antsy. It was 8:30. They grumbled, man, this fly is always late. The fly tugged at his sleeves, strolled to his drums, twirled around his brushes, and counted off a song. Zazzy, zazzy, zoozay. Willie the worm inched up and down his bass. Bee bim bum bum bum, bim bim bum bum bum. Nancy the gnat sashayed with her sax. Nree na, na nu na nree, na na nu na nay. Sammy the centipede hit the piano keys like a man with 100 hands. Da-dee, boogie, woogie, woogie, da-dee, boogie, da-dee, woogie, da-dee. The fly swished with his brushes. Swish. Thumped his bass. Thump, thump. Made his cymbals ring. Zing, ving, ping, ving. Then, like a chef stirring dinner in a pot, he put it all together and dished it out hot. Zop, ting, zop-a-doom, baby, swish, zap-a-boom, zap-a-zee-za, ooh. The fly was jammin', not scammin', but swimmin' like a salmon. But then the club's queen bee sat down with a huff. This band plays good, but that's not enough. I want a sound that'll make bugs shout. I want a new beat, or this band is out. The fly, who'd been very confident until now, suddenly felt kind of small. He knew he'd have to come up with something different if the jazz bugs were to keep their jobs at the jazz club. So he thought, and he thought, until the fly recalled the sounds he had heard that day. He mixed them all up in a brand new way. He crossed a bridge, stepped beyond the line, took a chance, and began to shine. Swish, zoom, zoppity bop, ribbit, ribbit, zoppity dome bang, oink, oink, swish, zap, zappa, zappa, hee haw hee, zubba rubba, ruff, 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 zabada, zabada, dabba, dabba, hee haw roni, oink, zabba, hee haw, ribbit, ruff, ting. Do you see where he got the idea for his sounds? Remember all the people he was asking directions from? Guess they weren't people, they were actually animals, weren't they? Well, the beetles and the maggots stopped eating their chow. Willie and Nancy and Sammy said, wow. The cockroach waiter shouted, go man, go. Dig that fly. He can really blow. The guests were hopping, wriggling on the floor. They'd never heard a sound like this before. Now word got out about the jazz bug sound, about the white-hot drummer who broke new ground. Beetles packed the club, locusts came by swarm, the jazz bug's name went up in lights. And to make sure he never lost his way again, The fly picked up his friends in a limo each day. Oink, zaba, hee-haw, zuba, zee-roni, nee-na, noo, boogie, bim-bum, zaba, oink, daba, ribbit, hee-haw, roni. Wasn't that a silly story? It's very fun to read. So today for literature response, I would like you to draw a picture of one of these insects, and I bet your picture will have some sort of instrument in it as well. Have fun drawing and tell me in your sentence something that happened in the jazz fly. Today for 30 Thursday, you're going to spend all 30 minutes making an April calendar. So you'll spend 10 minutes drawing the lines, 10 minutes writing the words and numbers, and 10 minutes decorating. Happy April! So for the first 10 minutes, you're going to connect these pretty little colored dots with your ruler to make the lines. So you're going to get the edge of your ruler centered on the red dot and connect it to the other red dot across from it. You're going to hold your ruler with your fingertips, but you can't let them go over the edge because then you'll get a bumpy line. So you're going to hold your ruler nice and tight. You're going to connect the two red dots with a line. You're going to do the same with the orange dots, and you're going to repeat for all the colors. When you're done with purple, you're going to turn your calendar and do the same thing with pink, brown, black, and gray. If that doesn't take you 10 minutes, it's okay because the writing might take a little longer, so you can just move on to the writing. So we're going to write our new month, which is April. So for A, you're going to start at the top. Remember, no letters ever start at the bottom. Slant down, pick up, slant down, pick up, and cross in the middle. Then you're going to write the rest of April in lowercase. You know the year, right? 2020. In these boxes, what do you think you're going to write? I hope you said days of the week, starting with Sunday. Remember, the first letter is uppercase, and all the rest of the letters are lowercase. And you're going to write Sunday and Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and then write Saturday. April 1st is on a Wednesday this month, so your 1 is going to go here on Wednesday, and you're going to keep your numbers itty bitty up in the top left corner. And you're going to go all the way to 30. Have fun decorating! And don't forget to write Rose's birthday on April 25th.